Hello, everyone. Today I will take the time to share with you 10 surprising facts about Karl Marx that you may not know much about. Marx is famous as a revolutionary thinker, but there are many unexpected aspects to him. Let's explore them together. Number 1. Marx. The poet Marx is often associated as a philosopher and economist. But in fact, he was an avid poet in his younger days. He wrote a whopping 300 poems, many of them love poems. Many of them were love poems, dedicated to his then-fiancée, Jenny von Westphalia. Among his poems are, O Suffering Soul, and Creation. These poems reveal a romantic and sensitive side to Marx that differs from his later life as a revolutionary thinker. Number 2. Chess master. Marx loved the brain game chess. After he defected to London, he joined a local chess club and played games with great enthusiasm. According to the testimonies of his friends, Marx was quite good at the game. His passion for chess may have influenced his analytical thinking and strategic thinking. Interestingly, Marx sometimes used chess metaphors to explain social and political situations. Number 3. Master of language. Marx's command of languages was astounding. He could speak not only his native German, but also French, English, Italian, Spanish, and Russian. In addition, he could read ancient Greek and Latin. Using this language ability, Marx read literature from various countries in their original languages and formed his ideas from an international perspective. For example, when writing Capitalism, he read English factory reports in English and studied French socialist writings in French. It was this extraordinary language ability that was behind his international influence. Number 4. Journalistic activities. Marx was a correspondent for the American newspaper, the New York Daily Tribune, from 1851 to 1862. He sent in articles full of sharp analysis and insight on European political situations and economic issues. For example, he wrote detailed reports on the Crimean War and the Indian Sepoy Mutiny. These articles were later compiled under the title, The Eastern Question. His experience as a journalist played an important role in connecting Marx's ideas with actual world affairs. Number 5. A life of debt. Marx faced financial difficulties throughout his life. His main sources of income were writing and journalism, but they were not enough to support his family. So he was constantly in debt. In particular, without the financial support from his close friend Friedrich Engels, Marx's main work, Capitalism, might never have been completed. Engels continued to send Marx a portion of the profits from his own factory operations. In one of his letters, Marx wrote, "If I were financially free, I would finish my work tomorrow." Ironically, this economic predicament was a first-hand experience of the plight of workers in a capitalist society, and it had a profound impact on the formation of his thought. Number 6. Passion for mathematics. In his later years, especially after 1878, Marx became obsessed with differential and integral calculus. He taught himself mathematics and sought to understand advanced concepts such as differential calculus and series expansion. It is believed that this interest in mathematics was not merely an intellectual curiosity, but was intended to be applied to economic theory. In fact, Marx sought to incorporate mathematical methods into his economic analysis. His unpublished notebooks show traces of his attempts to express economic problems in mathematical formulas. This attempt may be considered a forerunner of mathematical models in later economics. Number 7. Health. Nut. It may come as a surprise, but Marx took very good care of his health. In particular, he made it a routine to take long walks every day without fail. Walking on Hampstead Heath in London was his favorite. This habit seemed to play an important role in organizing his thoughts and generating new ideas. He also tried several times to quit smoking, but unfortunately was not successful. In his letter he states, "I know that smoking is bad for my health, but it is hard to stop." This concern for health may also be related to his insistence on improving the living conditions of workers in his ideology. Number 8. Nickname. Moor. Marx's close friends called him by the nickname, the Moor. This is derived from the old name, Moselle, of the Trier region, where his wife Jenny was from. Interestingly, the nickname also has another meaning. Some people believe that the nickname was given to Marx because of his dark beard and dark skin, which resembled that of a Moor, a Muslim from North Africa. This nickname was used not in public, but with family and close friends. For example, in his correspondence with Engels, we often find the invocation, "Dear Moore." Number 9. Also recognized the innovative nature of capitalism. Marx is known for his harsh criticism of capitalism, but in fact he also highly valued the innovative nature of capitalism and its aspect of increasing the productive forces. In the Communist Manifesto, he stated that capitalism, in only a little over 100 years of class rule, has created a greater and more gigantic productive force than all previous generations combined. In Marx's view, capitalism was a necessary stage in the development of mankind, and its contradictions would ultimately drive the transition to socialism. In other words, his thought was not a simple capitalism versus socialism dualism, but a complex perspective of the stages of historical development. This perception also provides an important perspective for understanding the modern economic system. Number 10. Last words. In the final episode of Marx's life, his last words are said to be, on March 14, 1883, just before he breathed his last at his home in London, he said, "Get out. Last words are nonsense." These words well illustrate Marx's cynical and rebellious nature. He continued to challenge existing authorities and conventions throughout his life, but even at his own he rejected the common practice of the last words of a great man. These last words may be said to symbolically express the essence of Marx's thought, namely, his critical attitude toward existing concepts and institutions. How was it? We hope you enjoyed this unexpected and surprising aspect of Marx. His ideas continue to have a great impact on the world today. By learning these facts, we hope that you have gained a more three-dimensional understanding of Marx. The 10 facts presented here show that Marx was not just a thinker, but a man with multifaceted talents and interests. His sensitivity as a poet, his strategic thinking as a chess player, his cosmopolitanism as a master of languages, and his keen insight as a journalist. All of these influenced the formation of his thought. Of particular interest is the fact that Marx also recognized the innovations of capitalism. This shows that his thought was not simple dualism, but complex and multi-layered. Such a balanced perspective is important for understanding contemporary society. Also, knowing the human side of Marx, that he suffered from debt, that he cared about his health, that he had a sense of humor, etc., may have helped us feel closer to him. Ladies and gentlemen, the great men and women of history were human beings with the same joys, hardships, hobbies, and habits as we are. I believe that by looking at history from this perspective, we can develop a deeper understanding and empathy. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and give us a high rating. You can also turn on the notification bell to be the first to check for new videos. See you next time. Let's open the door to a new history together.